Hello, I'm Rex Childhouse, and because the internet seems to lose date references, today is Thursday, January 27th, 2022. This video has to do with PrusaSlicer, free software, super download. You don't have to register, you don't have to sign on, you don't have to log in. It's available. You do not need a 3D printer to utilize it. To end up printing the product, you obviously need 3D printer. Super program. My wife is a big fan of Harry Potter. I think the movies are cool. I've read the books as well. And we've been finding a lot of Harry Potter, Hogwarts related stuff on Thingiverse.com. And one of the things my wife downloaded and had me print was Deathly Hallows 3D is the product number, and it's by ALQU 948 on Thingiverse, and its number is 3073495. If you type that number into Thingiverse search, you'll come up with this guy here. And this guy here is broken. If you're going to print this, I recommend you change the infills from a standard of 15% to probably 50%, because these are very fragile. The other thing is there's a wand that goes inside here that's supposed to stick inside, that's supposed to be in the center, and pulling out all the supports. There's a lot of supports in this. It broke. So using Slicer, I pressed the slicer. I made the replacement pieces, and for the strut that I broke, and I didn't do a real good job of repairing it, I made a replacement strut to glue in, and I'm going to show you how to do that in the video. So let's move on, because I think the PrusaSlicer, and I'm dealing in version 2.4.0, just upgraded it the other day, super program, and it's free. And it allows you to do a lot of things. I'm going to show you how to use cut to get the repair pieces for these guys here, which you can apply to a lot of different things. Let's move on. This is Deathly Hallows 3D by ALQU 948 on Thingiverse.com. It's 3073495. And if you'll notice, there's a wand in the center of it. It's not real good photo, a lot of color, whatever. There's a wand in the center of it, and the struts are all straight. Now, here is the product that I produced, and as I said, I think the infills on the project needs to be increased above 15% to add some strength to the struts. The strut broke, taking the supports out. There's a lot of supports in this guy. Struts broke, taking the supports out, and the wand broke, taking the supports out. So I'm minus a couple of pieces, and these are the two pieces I manufactured using PrusaSlicer's cut command, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I've opened up PrusaSlicer, and I have imported the Deathly Hallows 3D file, and now we can play with it. And remember, you can move your hotbed around by putting your cursor on it and holding the mouse button down and moving it around. So what we're going to do is make sure that you have the object selected, and that's in green. This guy here, over here on the left hand side, is the cut command, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to chop them off at the top. So somewhere near the top, and I'm going to move him around a little bit more so we can see inside of him, so to speak, and I want to cut him right about there. And I have some options. I can keep the upper and lower pieces. If I do that, it's going to put both of them on the hotbed. If I deselect the upper piece, it's going to make it disappear. It's gone. Okay, my cut's a little high, so I'm going to recut them and not take very much, and still keep the lower portion, and now he's done. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, the wand goes all the way if I can grab my mouse. The wand goes all the way to the floor, so I've got to get rid of some of this other stuff. I wish I could just deselect the outside pieces. Maybe there's a way to do that. I don't know. I'm going to use maybe this guy over here to rotate him, and let me see if I can scroll out so I can get this guy up here, because I want to rotate him this way, and he's going to fall to the bed maybe. So with him sideways, I'm back in the cut command, and all I want is the wand. So I rotate him around a little bit, get him clear, make sure I'm not cutting anything out, keep the lower portion. Okay, now he's this way. I'm going to select the cut command again. This time I want to keep the upper part, and I'll let him fall to the bed. I don't think I've lost anything in the wand, and now we're pretty slim. We've cut a lot of him away. So what I need to do now is I need to rotate him again. Maybe I'll use this guy here. And I got to use this guy. And the reason I have to use this guy is because I want to rotate him, not that one. I want to rotate him to be horizontal. And back into the cut command. Okay, down just above the wand, see if I can get all of that tip off. There we go. Now I want to keep the lower portion, perform the cut. Now I want to probably, maybe I'll rotate him again a little more so that I can get that other stuff off, and bring my cut height down. Where's my cut height at? Okay, there he is. That line's my cut height, not real good. This time I want to keep the upper portion. Gone. Now, the only thing that's left is the wand. Out of all that cutting, out of all that piece, the only thing that's left is the wand. I want to make sure, and I'm going to bring this back in, because of the shape, and because of his this wand's small size, I want supports everywhere, because this guy is not gonna go real well if I don't put supports. I'll leave the infill at 15% on this guy. I do want brim because he's small, and he is probably gonna have some issues holding to the hotbed, maybe not. So with that, I'm going to slice him. And no errors detected. Slicing is finished, looking good. If you read all this stuff up here, it tells you where all the supports are and whatever else. Scroll down, and it's going to take 44 minutes. So I'm going to export the G code and put him someplace, and I'm going to label him in my normal convention. I've already done this, so this is just a repeat. Wand replacement, if I can type, with brim, with supports. And as I said, this is a second video of this, or a second production of it. So I date things 2022-01-27. I'm going to label it B, and I'm going to save it. Okay, now one of the other things that you probably want to do with this, just in case this does not work, is you probably want to go to File, Save Project. And with Save Project, I'm going to click into wand supports. Oops, did I have a bar in my way. Wand replacement brim supports. I'm going to change this to 2.7 and B, and I'm going to save it. And now if we need to, if something goes wrong in the printing, it's the wrong size, whatever, we can come back in and open up this project, and the only thing that's going to be there is the wand. If you don't save the wand as a project, if you need the wand again, or something's wrong with the wand, you've got to go back in and do all the cutting. what PrusaSlicer will do, very powerful command, when you select an object in here, you can rotate it around using those symbols on the left hand side by clicking the cube. This gives you layers, this gives you cubes, this gives you the object, and you can rotate this guy around. You can perform multiple cuts, whatever else. Somewhere along the line you should probably be saving this as a new file, a new object, and a new project. But PrusaSlicer, and I'm dealing in 2.4.0, downloaded it the other day, updated it the other day. Very powerful program, free download. You don't have to register, you don't have to sign on, you don't have to give them your email address. You do not need a 3D printer to utilize the application. You do need access to a 3D printer to print the product, obviously. And this guy over here, when you select them on the, I'm going to bring it back into the screen, it tells you that it's 43 minutes estimated print time, and the cost is about 8 cents. So 3D printing is pretty economical. Hope this video helps. I've been using the cut command, and I did some YouTube research on it. A lot of people are using cut command different ways. This is how I'm using it to repair things. I wish my strut would have come out a little bit better. I'm probably going to reprint the entire thing with like 50% infills, and that 50% infills is supported by this selection up here, and you can change it any way you want. I'm having fun with 3D printing. I think the PrusaSlicer is a super program, and I think the Prusa i3 Mark III S Plus is a super printer. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you fighting the challenges you have. 3D printing's not perfect. I've been having some issues with it, and I'm trying to figure out how to solve them. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in another one.